Yeah, but these are guys that they have to smarten up a little bit.
Yeah, I know, but that's some people. Some people are just that way. It's they don't give a shit, right?
You know what? Fuck them. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give you a chat a little bit later. Okay?
Okay, Bruno, thanks a lot. Hey, everybody! Wow, I didn't realize the tape was running. This is Pete Niro, and welcome to my podcast, Rants from Hell, another brain crack. You just heard a good friend of mine, Bruno Mutande from Bruno Meat. He was on the phone, just saying a quick goodbye. We're just chatting about regular stuff. Bruno will be back. Bruno has more stories to tell. But just chatting about something that I'm going to talk about now in my rant. Just a common general courtesy. You go out to a store or wherever, grocery store, or even the bank, or just someplace in general public. I'm tired of the lack of common courtesy. People are fucking pigs sometimes. For example, you go to the grocery store, and this has happened a few times to me, and I've seen it happen to other people. You go to a grocery store, you get in line, right? So you're clearly in line, and a few people in front of you, nobody behind you, and you're sitting there. You got your little grocery basket, and you're waiting. You got some of your stuff in there. You got like a frozen pizza, some whipped cream, a box of condoms, party favors, right? So you have your shit there. And some fucking guy you see, he's wandering around heading towards your line. He's got his basket. He actually stops at the next line over to, look at the candy, look at the magazines. And he's walking around, sometimes even has the balls to, do the little whistle, looking around, holding his basket. And, he walks up to your line. He doesn't get behind you. He kind of like hovers in front of you, between you and the person in front of you, there's the gap. Well, it's the gap. So the guy is hovering outside the line beside you on that gap, just slightly ahead of you, slightly behind the guy in front of you. You know what I'm saying? You can paint the picture in your head. But this guy is just hanging around. He's not meeting anybody. And you're thinking, okay, what the fuck is this guy doing? It's early in the morning, and you're not really in the mood for any shit. So the line moves a little bit, and everybody takes a step, and this guy takes a step too, keeping in step with the line, keeping in step with the gap in front of you. And so you turn to the guy and say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing? I don't know if you're in line, but the line is behind me, right? There's nobody behind me. I was clearly here first, so." Just letting you know, right? And the guy's like, no, I'm in line. Don't worry about it. Well, no, what do you mean you're in line? You gotta be behind me. You came clearly after me. You gotta be behind me to be part of this line community over here, right? No, don't worry about it. I'm in line. What the fuck? Don't worry about it. You merged onto the line. This isn't the highway. You need to get behind me because I was here first. Don't be a fucking prick, but you don't just, you attached yourself to the line. No, I've seen this happen before. People actually have the balls to walk up to a line, not get behind the line. They attach themselves, that they're muscling their way in, looking, hoping that someone will just be either intimidated or just tired or whatever. And they kind of muscle their way in, and when it's their, when it's their turn to kind of, they get in between the person in front of you, and they put their shit on the line. Now you say, well, no, I've seen this happen. People actually have the fucking nerve and the balls to pull this shit. And then, I'm thinking it's like 8:30 in the morning. I just want to get my shit and I want to get going. It's early in the morning. I don't want to cause any shit. But but now this guy is like pissed me off, and I want to fucking grab the frozen pizza out of my basket and fucking beat him to death in line, right? It's like, now, this has happened a few times. It's happened to my wife too. My wife one time was at Costco there. She was getting in line. She put a whole bunch of her stuff on the line, and then kind of went over because she was looking for something that was, the next line over. Those things that are at the checkout, magazines or whatever. So her cart's there, her shit is already in the line, and she walks over 5 feet to grab something, comes back, this fucking piece of garbage, takes all of her stuff off the line, puts it back in her basket and says, no, you can't do that. You left the line, so fuck you. Now, what's my wife supposed to do, right? She was over there by herself. I mean, clearly, I can't believe, and this is happening in Canada, by the way. I know that you say, oh no, Canadians are, those are Americans. Americans are pigs and they act that way. Listen, I've seen this happen in Canada. Now, this has nothing to do with politics or Canada. I've seen it happen in Canada plenty. So this is fucking rude. This is rude. Now the people who are pulling this shit have a little bit of common courtesy, you know, like respect the line, respect people who are there first, you know, just respect everything in general. Don't be a prick, because you may get away with it someday, and then another day when you pull this kind of shit and you get some guy who is not in the mood, he's either exhausted, he's tired, he's angry, he might be in mourning, whatever it is. And you're going to get your fucking head ripped off. You will get punched out in line. And I've almost seen this happen as well to someone else. So let's have a little bit of common courtesy, okay? I mean, everybody's in a hurry to get out of the grocery store. Everybody's in a hurry to get their shit done. But get in line, respect the line. Don't be a fucking pig. Don't bully your way into shit, because, again, it may work today and then tomorrow someone's going to knock your fucking lights out. And then there's also like the situations where you go to a certain place and there really is no line function, line organization at all. Everyone's kind of standing around in a group. This doesn't make any sense either. I mean, who's going to be first? Who's going to be second? Now, if you go to a deli and you pull a number, that's one thing. But if you're going to get like a group of people, and then I just walk away from that situation. I mean, if I don't see a clear line and I see a clear line of succession, I'm using all these fancy words now, I just fucking walk away. I'm not putting up with that bullshit. Maybe that's what the grocery store needs. Maybe the grocery store needs some kind of, you know, even a regular grocery store with checkout lines. Maybe they need like a number system like the deli has. Either, you know, the paper number you pull or some kind of digital thing. Hey, maybe I'm giving away a free idea that someone's going to capitalize on one day. But we need to have some organization. Don't bully. Don't assume that you're going to get your way all the time if you bully and you force your way in, because it doesn't work that way. It's bad enough it happens on the road in a car, but let's not do this at the grocery store, at the liquor store, at the bank, at, wherever you are. Let's have a little bit of courtesy. And, like our friend, like Bruno Mutande would tell you, he owns a grocery store, and he's seen all kinds of shit. But Bruno's coming back. Bruno will be back because I think he's a great guy. I think my audience loves Bruno. He's gonna come back and talk about several things. We've all been kind of busy. I've been busy. He's been busy, so we're kind of behind in terms of content and new podcasts and new shows, because of all the stuff that's going on, and because what's going on. We're in August now, and we're still kind of dealing with this COVID-19 stuff, and there's a whole bunch of personal things happening that we're dealing with. But we're here. I love you. Thanks for being a fan. Thanks for being a fan of Pete Niro, Rants from Hell, another brain crack. Thanks for being a fan of my podcast. Again, you're welcome to always contact me. The best way to do so, I think, is on Twitter. Go to Twitter and look up at Real Pete Niro. You'll see a whole bunch of my stuff there. You can contact me there. You can even contact Bruno if you want. You can contact Bruno through my Twitter account, because Bruno doesn't have, he's too busy to have a Twitter account. Maybe he should. You know what? I just thought about it. Maybe Bruno Mutande should have his own Twitter account. Oh my God, can you fucking imagine? Stay safe. Have a little bit of common courtesy. I love you guys. And coming from me and Bruno Mutande,